So what is book reading? First thing is, whichever book you want to read, you should get emotionally in touch with that and feel the book. So these tips what I'm telling is very, very important, and please keep a note of whatever I'm saying. Take one book. All of you can take one book, so that we will do a practical exercise today. So I have a book in my hand. You can also pick up all your books. Okay, one books you can pick up, so that we will try that. Okay, so now connect emotional touch and feel of the book. Whenever you take a book, read the front page and feel that this book you're going to, with heart and soul, you're going to read this. You should feel that this book I am going to read from my mind completely with love, right? And then read the last page. What is at the back? Go to the last and read about the author. What is the author, what he says, and everything about that. Then go to the table of content. Next, what you should do, go to the table of content. Try to read that. Try to read that table of content. Complete, do not miss anything. Okay, you may think what he's telling. Yes, what I'm telling is right. So you need to do that. Then you need to go to the table of content and read everything. What are the contents available in this book? After that, read the introduction, right? Read the introduction, then read the preface of the book. After that, go to the recommendations. Read the recommendations. There are many recommendations given by different authors. In every book, you will find there are different recommendations given by different people. So go through that. After reading that, go inside, open the chapter, read the heading of the chapter and the subheading of the chapter, and see any picture is available in that. You can just visualize it. Just to visualize those pictures, just to see it, right? After doing all this, last page, read the index. There are a lot of small words, important words in that, right? Go and read those, find the difficult word, check the word meaning in the dictionary, right? Next you read the book. After doing all this, then only you should start reading the book, right? If you don't do this, the book will not stay in your mind. You will read casually, you will go off. The points which are there in this book will not be memorized by you. So first you have to love the book. Second, you have to read each and every page of this. That is the front page, then the last page, then the author, then the introduction, then the preface, then the recommendations, what is available in the book. Then read every heading, then the subheadings, then see the pictures and take it into your heart, right? That if you do, what will happen is this will be in your mind. Next, point number 2. Use your finger or a pen, which is called as a Matar guide, to become a fast. You can do very fast reader. It's not reading, it's become a fast reader. So you can use your finger or a pen or anything, pencil or anything, which will guide you so that you can read much faster. I will tell you all the techniques how you need to do it. Okay. Next, don't go word by word. Initially, go word by word. Then you can use 2 words, read 2 words at a time, then read 3 words at a time, then 4 words, then at least 1 line at a stretch. So you can do that. You will be surprised how it is possible to read 1 line at a stretch. You can read. There are ways. I will tell you what are the ways. And if you read in that way, you can become a very speed reader. So are you all ready to do an exercise today? Simply, I keep telling you will not work out. If you work with me, then we can do it. Ready to do an exercise?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Take your books, one books you can take. Okay, reading books is very much required. I attribute all my knowledge and training that I give you from more of the books that I have read in the last few years. Okay, whatever I've got knowledge, I am putting it in our course. It is there in our course as modules. So these are all the knowledges which I got from the books. Then today we will be talking about 5 techniques to make you a speed reader. I will tell you 3 habits and 2 exercise. Okay, we will do 2 exercise and I will tell you the 3 habits. First is habit 1. Habit 1 is we need to measure ourselves. How? What gets measured gets improved. If you remember in the last class or last session also, I talked about measuring. Anything you do, you should measure it. Be it finance, be it anything in your life. Whenever in the olden days, people say, if you are throwing even in the sea, but measure and throw it. If you measure, you know your progress. If you don't measure, you do not know your progress. Right? Whatever salary you are getting, how much you are spending, that I said you should put it in an Excel sheet and you can see where and all you are spending and which is required, which is not required, which you can delete. In the next month, you can delete those things. I should not do this. I should not do this. I'm wasting money here. So every walk of our life, we need to measure things. Be it money, be it wealth, be it health, anything. Even health. Even health, why we say that once in 6 months or once in a year, you should have a thorough medical checkup to measure our BP level, to measure our sugar content in our body, measure our cholesterol, measure our triglycerides. Why? Because then only we will be able to balance that. If our sugar is more, then we need to take medicine. If our BP is high, we need to take medicine for BP. Otherwise, we will get a heart attack, a stroke. So the thing, let it be anything in your life. Please write down this in your notebooks. You need to measure. Be it money, be it wealth, health, even relationship, you need to measure. You may ask me how. Relationship is how much of time you are giving to your husband, or how much your husband is giving to you, how much you are giving to your wife, how much your time you are giving to your children. You need to measure once in a week. Sit down in the week, what and all I have done, how much I have spent for myself, how much I have spent for the work, how much I have spent for my spouse, my relationship, or my children. There are 3 things which you need to follow in your life. One is self. Next is profession. The third is love, relationship. If you are perfect in these 3, you will succeed, right? So if you are looking after your self-health and your relationship, you will score out in professionalism. You will lose professionalism. If you look after self and professionalism, you will lose your relationship. If you have relationship and professionalism, you will lose on your health, which is self. So note down in your register these 3 things: self, relationship, and professionalism. These 3 should be at par, and always we should measure that, and always we should keep it to the higher level. If we give time to all these 3 for our health, for our profession, for our relationship, rest, wealth, everything will keep coming to you. It will join you. Is that clear to you? This should be very clear to your mind. So the same goes with starting. Why I wanted to cover that also, so that those who are the newcomers and also those who are watching the video, they should know that these 3 fields, if they maintain, then they can achieve their life wonderfully and they can be successful. Now, what gets measured gets improved, because you know where you are stuck and you can improve it. Measure your speed every time you read a book. Now, every time you read a book, because now you're new, you want to learn how to read, speed read. So for that, initially you need to measure it. You need to write down how much line or how many lines you read in a minute. Okay, count average number of words per line. So what you need to do, open your book and take a line and just check how many words are there in a line. You can, all of you are having book with you. You can open one of your books and you can just write down within you. You need not write in the chat box. You can count the average number of words in a line. Okay, like my book, it has 12. I have written 12. Okay. Now what we do is we start a timer. Okay, we start a timer. How many lines you can properly read in 60 seconds? Okay. So what you do is take your mobile, keep a timer with you, put a stop clock, start it, and read how many lines you can read in 60 seconds, right? Now count how many lines in a page and how many you have read. So like I have 39 lines I have read into 12 words per line. So what is the total word per minute? I will come to know. Right? In a minute, how many words I could read? In a line, I have 12 words and 39 lines I could read in 60 seconds. So 39 into 12 will be my words per minute. At back of every book you read, create a table and note down the words per minute. In the back, here you can make a table and you can write out this words per minute. So, shall we try this exercise? Yes? Or you will try it later on? You can type in the chat box. If yes, fine, we will wait and you will try it. You want to do it now? Hello? Anybody can answer? Yeah. So, Salman, you want to do it now or we'll continue with the topic? You can try it later on. Okay. So, fine. I'll continue. You can try it out. I'll give you this PDF. I mean this mind map. So you can, I will try it later on. Okay. I have only one. Oh, fine. Okay. Then I will go through this. So you can try out after this session. You can take a book and try out this, how it works. So is that clear to you? That is, see, the average number of words in a line is 12 in my book. Start a timer. How many lines you can properly read in 60 seconds, right? Count how many lines in a page. Okay. And how many you have read. So 39 lines I have read into 12 words per minute. That will be your words per minute. Okay. Multiply the number of lines by the number of words per line and write your words per minute. Fine. At back of every book you read, create a table and note down the words per minute. Now, see, this don't speak it out is not here actually. Leave this, I'll tell you where. Okay, next let us go to habit number 2. This was habit number 1, measurement. Next is habit number 2. Don't speak it out. Don't speak it. Internal speaking or sub-vocalization is when you are saying every word to yourself. Now what happens? Most of us, what we do when we open a book and we start reading, we keep spelling it out. We start speaking it out, right? So the speaking takes more time. So that's why what happens is our speed of the reading reduces. We go slow. So we should not speak. Whenever we read, even you should not move your lips. Note down this point. This is habit number 2. Your reading speed becomes limited by your talking speed, not your thinking speed. Almost 955 of the words you read need not be pronounced. So 955, just given a number. What happens is, if you continuously keep speaking and reading, then what will happen is the speed of this one will reduce. So we should always read without speaking out or without moving our lips. Is that clear? Fine. It is like feeding one instruction a minute to the supercomputer. Now, if we keep speaking, we have a supercomputer here, we are feeding it. So if we should not speak and feed it so that it will get delayed. Now, faster readers actually understand better because your brain thinks much faster than you can speak. Now, the speed of your brain is much faster than the speed you speak. So that is the reason I'm telling you not to speak out when you are reading. Align your reading speed to your thinking speed, right? Don't align your reading speed to your speaking speed. So what happens is, if you align your reading speed to your speaking speed, then you become slow. Understood? So you should always align your thinking speed to your reading speed. In your mind, it should be very fast. So the speed of your reading will increase. Fine. Now, tip, do not move your lips while reading. Even don't speak out. Even do not move your lips. If you move your lips also, that is also going to slow down your reading capability. So this should be very, very clear to you. Is habit number 2 clear? You can type clear in the chat box. If habit number 2 is clear. Okay. You can type clear in the chat box. If I have, fine. Okay. Habit number 3, the posture. The posture, how you sit when you read. Your physical posture. Your reading posture determines your lung capacity. Your lung capacity, which determines your oxygen supply, which determines your energy level, right? If you slump and sit, 1/3 of your bottom part of your lungs, which supplies 2/3 of the oxygen, get compressed. When you sit like this, what happens is your lungs get compressed. So when your lungs get compressed, the supply of oxygen to your body gets reduced. So what happens? When your brain is getting more oxygen, it works better. And every part of your body requires oxygen. So don't compress your body, don't slump your body and start reading, right? It makes you feel tired and even sleepy while reading. So it makes you sleepy while you do the reading. Next, sit up straight and keep the book in the position where the words are visible in big sizes and in clear manner. When you keep it right in front of you like this, what happens is your both eyes, the peripheral vision is very clear. When the peripheral vision is very clear, you can very quickly read. Even a line, complete line, you can read at a stretch because your peripheral vision is completely there. You can see the complete line, right? So don't keep it like this or like this, whereas you have an angle wherein you can't see all the words clearly, right? So try to keep it right in front of you. Fine. Sorry. Sit up straight and keep the book in front position where the words are visible in big sizes and in clear manner. Next, keep parallel to your face. So try to keep it parallel to your face. This will help you read faster for longer. So you can read faster also. You can read for a longer time also. So if you maintain this habit 1, 2, and 3, what will happen is you can read a book in a week, which is an average size book. You can complete a book in a week. So I will tell you the exercises, how to do this exercise. Now, when you do this exercise, what happens is you will practice to read faster, right? We will get into the exercise, the speed reading exercise. The exercise number 1, pointing exercise. Okay. A lot of people read fast but don't understand fully, right? There are many people, they read very fast, but they are not understanding anything, right? A lot of people go back and read words again, make their reading slow. So some people, what happens, they read a line or 2 lines and they feel I didn't understand. They go back and they read. So now what happens? Your speed reduces again, right? Next, this hack will boost your focus and help you understand better and never let you go back and read the words again. What is this? We will improve your reading speed right now. Okay. Now pick a book. Of course, you don't want to do it. You can do it later on. Seeing this, I'll give you the PDF of this. You can see this and please do it. Do this exercise. Then only you can achieve the result. Otherwise, just theory sunke, if you feel that everything is okay, it's not possible. So practically you need to do this. Actually, I have planned the complete day, that is today's full session, for doing it practically, right? So as you people said that you will do it later on, I will leave it to you, but you have to do it after this session. Take a book, try out this and see that, right? Now pick a book, start timer for 60 seconds and start reading so you understand everything, right? Calculate your reading speed in words per minute. I said you how to read, how to find out your words per minute. I have explained you. Okay. So how many words in a line into how many lines you read. Fine. Next, write your speed down. Write down the speed. What is your speed? Words per minute. Then after that, what you do? Now I want you to use your finger. Now what you do? Open the book, take your finger or have a pen, or a pencil and start moving while you read. Now your speed will increase. Now I want you to use your finger, move your whole arm to point to the words you are reading. In this, what you need to do is skip your first word and the last word. Because you have two eyes, you have a peripheral view. In that peripheral view, what happens is you can automatically see the first word and the last word. So you need not put your finger on the first and the last. You can start off from the second onwards. This should be very, very clear in your mind. Okay. So your eyes will make a peripheral view and it will start from the first word. It can see the first two words. It can see the last two words. So start off with the second word. Note down this in your register, right? So skip your first and last word. You have a peripheral vision. Making use of your peripheral vision, you will already know what those words are. That is the first word and the last word, right? Now do the exercise again. Calculate the reading speed for 60 seconds. First you have done it without putting your fingers. Now read it again with your fingers, right? Do you see an improvement? Now you can see an improvement. There is a lot of improvement in the speed of your reading. Fine. Next is the racing exercise. So this is exercise number 1, pointing exercise. We call it as pointing exercise. So you're pointing your finger or you're pointing a pencil or you're pointing a pen, whatever it is you want, and you're taking from the second word till the last but one word. Is that clear? Is exercise number 1 pointing exercise is clear? You can type clear in the chat box. It's clear? Or you can say clear. Okay, fine. Thank you. Next is exercise number 2, right? Thank you, Kiran. Okay. Next is exercise number 2, racing exercise. This is a little difficult task, but if you do this, you will become a racer. Okay. Now, when you learned how to drive or ride a bike or even a bicycle, first it felt dangerous just getting 20 kilometers per hour. Once you drive at 90 kilometers, once you learn, you have learned the driving, you have become expert. Once you drive 90 kilometers, even 60 kilometer speed feels too slow for you. Am I right? Now, when you increase your speed, it feels normal at the lower speed than you were afraid of before, right? So before 20 kilometers was, you are so much scared to ride in 20 kilometers. Now it's nothing for you. So this is because our mind works by comparison. Our mind works by comparison. Everything you feel is relative to what you already know, right? If you already know it, then it is compared with that. So your mind always works with comparison. We are going to use this to our advantage. Now, you understood this. This we will use it as our advantage. Now we will see how. I want you to remember this number 7531, right? 7531. What is this? I want you to read 7 minutes right now. Okay, don't do it right now. You can read afterwards and put a mark where you stop at the end of the 7th minute. Now, I take this book. I start reading. Okay, you take as chapter 1. From chapter 1, okay, I'll take it as chapter 1. Okay, I take like this. From here, I start off and read for, start your mobile, read for 7 minutes, right? Put a mark where you stop at the end of 7 minutes. See how much ever you can finish it, put a mark on it. Okay, you put a mark. Use your finger. Next, read the same number of lines within 5 minutes. You have to finish it, even if you don't understand. Next, what you do? First, you have read it 7 minutes. You have made a mark how much you have read. Next, you have to read the same paragraph up to where you have read in 7 minutes in 5 minutes. Okay, you finish it, whether you understood or not. Next, read the same number of lines within 3 minutes and you have to finish it. Right? Now you have to read it within 3 minutes and you have to finish it. Now read the same number of lines within 1 minute and you have to finish it. Now, if you want to improve your speed, Do this every day for 30 days. For 30 days, if you want to improve your speed. If you do this practice, what happens, racing exercise practice, what will happen is by end of 30 days, you will be very, very fast in reading the books. So this is the super hack, which is most important and a reading hack. There are many, many more techniques which we can go into the memory retention rate and how to improve the memory retention rate. There are many techniques. So that is all separately a speed reading course is there, wherein first you will be, if time permits now, let me see, I will try to show you how the retention rate remains. I can just show you that also. Fine. So now, the tasks, what you should do, how you should do is sit. If time permits, make a topic on it, sir. Yeah, I have a small presentation. If time permits now, I'll show you that also. Fine. I will try to show you that also. Tasks. Sit in an upright posture. Do not move your lips. Use your fingers to point. Measure your speed in 60 seconds. Do it 16-minute exercise. The 16-minute exercise is 7, 5, 3, 2, 1. I mean 3 and 1. Okay. 7 plus 5, 12 plus 3, 15 plus 1, 16. So 16-minute exercise. Measure your speed again in 60 seconds. So first you measure your speed in 60 seconds, how much you are reading. Then after you do this 16-minute exercise, come back and measure your speed again in 60 seconds. So this is the task for you. Go through this complete video once again. I will be posting it in our group. This will go into the school. You can go back and watch the recording and try to do it. Please see, I am putting so much efforts to teach you, but if you don't do it, then we will not achieve our target. So you should become a speed reader. To achieve your goals, you require to read a lot of books. When you read a lot of books, it is very easy if you follow this to read your books in a week. You can read a book in a week if you follow this. Is it clear? All of you. You can type in the chat box or you can unmute yourself and say it's clear and how was this session.